Normal people get normal results. Weird people get weird results. You literally can't do what everyone else does and not expect to get what everyone else has.
Nobody can tell me that I move the same as any of these guys, because I don't move the same. I move differently, I move unique, and I know I move unique. Not only that, I speak unique, I act unique. I'm just different than these people.
And I'm telling you from the bottom of my soul, it is so easy to beat people today. They are so soft. They have no work ethic. No one can stick with anything. Everyone's distracted. They're on social media. They're counting their notifications because they can't stick with shit. They can't say no.
I'm not like everybody else. I don't want to be like everybody else. I have something inside which is burning, and I look around and this life and everything I see is not for me. I'm supposed to be something different. I have to be something different.
Your dreams are waiting on you. If you want to change your life, you got to do it. You got to put in the work. You got to take the action. You got to go through the process. Nobody or nothing else is going to do it for you.
It is statistically proven that in our lifetime, out of 100 people, 1 will become rich, 4 will become financially independent, 15 to 20 will work a job into retirement, and the rest will be poor. Are you the 1? Are you the 1%? Are you willing to do what it takes to be the 1%? There is no going back from this, guys. For the rest of your life, there is no going back. You know too much. You can never go back to working a slave job and being happy, bro. You can no longer go back and have a master. Who are you going to be? Are you the 1?
Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today.
From your perspective, what keeps people broke in today's world? Scrolling, watching other people live their life versus getting it after themselves.
What I had to understand was that you're not in competition with anybody but yourself.
There's only one person in this world that wants it more than me today, and that's me tomorrow. See, what's the point if every day you don't get 1% better? I'm competing with myself. I'm trying to beat myself from whatever I did yesterday. I'm going to do a little bit better. I'm going to go a little bit harder.
So if you wake up in the morning and you don't want to do something, you don't care enough about yourself.
Because when you get better 1% every day, when you compete against the person you were the day before, these days stack up, baby.
Lazy people don't know how to start. Weak people don't know how to finish. Successful people don't know how to stop. People demand success, but refuse to work weekends. People want opportunity, but won't talk to strangers. People claim ambition, but sleep in every day. We are the result of our actions, not our aspirations.
If you live a life doing what 99% of people do, you're most likely going to end up like 99% of people.
100%.
But if you live like 1% of people do, you're most likely going to end up like 1% of people do.
No partying, no going out, no distractions, lock in. That's it.
I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't go to clubs, I don't go to parties. I stay in my house, come up with content, take care of my kids, and make money. That's literally all I do.
They see I don't party, I don't drink, I don't smoke, and they see that and they're like, bro, why? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, go have fun.
You are.
You feel what I'm saying? But I'm having fun, and I try to tell them, like, don't let me affect what you do,
I'm gonna be good regardless.
I'm gonna be good regardless, but I'm comfortable who I am.
You were chosen to get rich. You think about getting rich. God has planted the seed in your heart that you want to get rich because you're the only one who can handle the burden. Not everybody can get rich. Most people can't. They simply can't. It takes a specific weird type of person to get rich. Most people, 99% of people, don't ever even think about getting rich. The thought doesn't cross their mind. They're either in denial, they don't think it's possible, they have all these weird beliefs that money is evil, or they just are content with the life that they have. But when you're one of those young, ambitious people who can't stop thinking about getting rich, you're already in the 1%, and that is because God is telling you you are the type of person who can get rich, who can actually handle the burden, the stress, the anxiety. And it's your job to do that. It's your job to sort of take up your cross and do that. Because the people around you can't. Well, like I said, they're in the 99%, but you can. And if you're one of those few people who can, you've got to take it as far as you can. You've got to get as rich as possible because you could help a lot of people. You could help those people who simply can't do it. It just wasn't, it wasn't their purpose from the start.
The mental shift you have to go to becoming the 1% of people is you have to become delusional. You have to have a mindset where you're doing something that only you believe in, but it's so crazy to everyone else. And when you have that type of delusion and self-belief where you see something that probably doesn't make any sense, that to other people probably won't work out, too risky, and you decide to go for it after anyways, to everyone else that's normal, that's crazy, that's delusional. But if you can focus on yourself and believe in that vision and you say, everybody else and I want to just go straight for it. Having that big mental shift and having that sense of delusion to where it's only about what you believe in, I think that's what helps take people to that 1%.
You know for a fact that you don't belong in your group of friends. Your family doesn't understand you. They think you're a risk taker. They think that you're lost in the clouds.
For many times I was laughed at and not believed in, but you know what? Nothing external can defeat the internal.
People are laughing, and they're laughing because they're noticing.
They think that you're someone who has this like grandiose vision, but who is not capable of bringing that vision to fruition.
If they're not laughing, then you should be a little concerned about what you're doing.
Focus on you until the focus is on you, bro.
Why are you trying to adapt to this normal peasant way of living when you're built different and you are built for a purpose?
Don't ever think or believe that you gotta smoke what they smoke, drink what they drink, wear what they wear.
If nobody else is gonna understand, then you have to make sure that you understand.
If you read only one book per month, that will put you into the top 1% of income earners in our society. But if you read one book per week, 50 books per year, that will make you one of the best educated, smartest, most capable, and highest paid people in your field. Regular reading, which you call exercise for the mind, will transform your life completely.
The richest people in the world are 75% entrepreneurs, 15% investors, 7% inheritors of wealth, 3% athletes, entertainers and artists, 0% employees who just earn a salary. So if you want to know how to manage your money like the 1%, you have to understand what those first 4 categories have in common. So let's think about it. Entrepreneurs own businesses. Investors own assets. Rich kids own trusts. Finally, athletes, entertainers and artists own rare skills. So it's clear, if you don't own something, you are what's owned.
How to think and grow rich like the 1%. Any successful person I've ever been around, they've all understood the hardship that is coming in the beginning. So sacrifices, discipline, consistency, accountability, resilience, getting back on the horse when you've been knocked off 100 times, failure, rejection, having to self-educate, no guarantees, taking calculated risks. This is what it takes.
The second you realize you were chosen to get rich and that you truly deserve success, you deserve the financial success you want and you deserve the things that you want because you are one of the few people who can actually do it. The second you realize that is the second you get those things.
If you want results that are different from the guy next to you, if you want to be in a situation that is different than the guy next to you, you got to do what he's not going to do. And I mean, it's just as simple as that, you know? So if most people are going to skip legs, if you want to be different than most lifters, hit them. If most guys aren't counting their calories, if you want to be different than them, count your calories. If most guys don't really actually continue to gain weight and make progress, if you want to be different than them, that's what you have to do. You know? And that's not like a groundbreaking thought. It's like if you do everything the exact same way somebody else does and for some reason expect different results, look it up in the dictionary. You are literally insane, right? So that's where it's sometimes the trickier parts are where you got to lean into them with a little bit of extra energy. Just because you know if you can amp yourself up to get them done, you'll be ahead of the pack, right? You want to be ahead of the curve in all aspects.